YouTube channel. Never say ever. I'm your host Rishi, and today we are gonna do a review of episode 37, Big Boss season 19. Mudda is Ghar Ka, Har Ghar Ka is Khana, and then the two Sahelis have teamed up. It is the Bijli, Nehal, and the Chugli auntie, which is Kunikaji. So, anyways, that's what is all about today's episode. I think my thumbnails are good enough for you to understand what I'm going to talk about. And the food, the cleanliness, the mudda that guys are trying to make in this house, we're going to talk about every bit of it. I'll just check the audio, guys, for once, and we'll start the review. Okay, oh guys, I think my another also video is getting played on my backend only video. I think, yeah, I think it's fine. So yeah, let's start the review. So we start from Abhishek being drastically concerned about Farhana's captaincy, and to an extent, he's so concerned about Farhana's captaincy that he's forgotten that his captaincy was put into question. He followed everybody's order, and he's talking about cleanliness. The guy was not at all clean by himself. He's talking of cleanliness. I don't know how Bajaj thinks that doing such things or trying to fight with people is gonna make him win this show. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Bajaj is good. Bajaj is good. No, guys, Bajaj is not good. He's getting support from one section of the people. But it doesn't mean that he's absolutely good. For that reference, he normally uses Punjabi and antidotes, or like you whenever you want to talk about so many things, he tries to get that Punjabi accent, or he tries to get Punjabi wordings to get that support from his Punjabi audience. But that doesn't mean, if that is the case, then every movie guy will talk little Punjabi, little Urdu, little this thing. No, that is not required, or that is not. Now, if that is the case, then Basir should talk Urdu, and that is the case, then Punjabi. This Shehbaz should do talk Punjabi. It is nowhere like that. And if that is the case, then Pranit should talk in Marathi. Hindi show hai, but I will talk in Marathi. Jo karna hai karo. That's not possible, right? So simple. I just want to say that they're just trying to attract the community audience, but it is what it is. I don't think so many people in this world will vote you basis who you are or who do you represent. So many people will vote you basis how you are and how do they associate with you. If people are liking antics or antidotes of this guy, Bajaj, they'll support him. And if people are not liking it or thinking it is useless muddas in the house, people are just gonna not support him. But eventually, Big Boss will support him because one or the other group is needed to go to the finish line. Na? You always like to see competition, and when you want to see competition, it has to be two ends. It can't be one end. So you'll always have going one person from the opposite gang, and I think somewhere it is very clear that Bajaj will be the guy from the opposite end. But I think this year it will be very easy. It won't be a nail biting finish. It will be clear. It would be either Amal, Basir, or someone from this side winning the show. Obviously not Bajaj. Huh. So this is my POV. Let's come to Abhishek's concern on Farhana's captaincy, and then he's at many point of the time on the live also I've seen that he's saying that it is Nehal's captaincy, Khairaki captaincy, this and that. He's got so triggered that by Salman Khan calling his captaincy useless or faceless, or he was the Mubola captain because he did not take any decision. So basis that he's trying to point out fingers on Farhana for all little things. And for an extent, I'll just say that if I go to a washroom and I'm just saying, even in our own family, if I go to a washroom and I've just left it dirty, I'm just saying, I have left it dirty. And if my sister will go, she will tell me, Rajesh, the washroom wasn't clean. Next time when she goes to washroom, she will anyways flush it. So I will not go to a captain and then tell them whose duty is the bathroom, get them to do that. I wouldn't do that. Normally people don't do that. But because this guy wants a mudda, I don't miss Shalin because I think this year the Shalin is Mr. Bajaj because that's the reference point. He's behaving as Shalin was. Anyways, let's come back to the same mudda. So now when he's using the gym and when the gyms are unhygienic, you don't go and call the worker, hey guy, this has to be clean, bro, this has to be clean, that has to be clean. No, you just go and say that it wasn't clean. Yeah, I'm just cleaning it right now. But next time, make sure that whoever is doing this work should have done that work properly. And it should come from a guy who is clean by himself, but not from a person that who has not done his duties well, who will only point out fingers because he wants to point out fingers. Now, apart from that, that Mudda when about the gym, that some close shit is there on that machine. If it mattered to him, he should have cleaned it. But he went and told Zishan Bhai. Zishan Bhai said he won't do it. Then he went and told Farhana. Farhana went and told Zishan Bhai. Zishan Bhai said that my duty is scheduled to be at 2 o'clock. I will do it at 2 o'clock. Now I think somewhere there was a point. I think these guys are doing gym right now, and it needs to be done right now. No, it can't be done like that. Na? If I'm saying if I'm in the afternoon shift and it is my duty till the time the afternoon shift doesn't come, I will not do it. Until unless it is aligned that it has to be done before the people use the gym. No, he will clean in the gym after the gym is used. Na? So normally that's the this thing. Now the same way, if someone is going to the gym, he keeps on cleaning. Will someone who's doing bathroom will clean after everybody using a bathroom? No, no, he'll clean once in the day or maybe once in the evening. That's how you do cleaning of bathroom as well, right? You won't clean every moment after someone has had shower or after someone has had shit or whatever. So Abhishek's mudda was useless. Zishan's point of view was very right. If someone tries to poke me into it, then I will do when it is required. And I think it was a great stand of him, and that was somewhere valid. Apart from that, Bajaj is making a fuss about Danube bed not folded. He wants it to be folded. He wants it to. He's going and telling Bajaj, but Bajaj is not going to listen. Then he's saying he's come to sleep here and this and that, and he's trying to remove Mudda. And to a fact, he is saying that it is not a place to sleep. Like he's saying it's not a place to sleep. Then how is it a place to eat? Bajaj, tell me. So Bajaj, anyways, wants to pick out Mudda, fight with them. But I think you know what looks stupid on Bajaj is that when your friends are also telling you that it is wrong and you're still doing because you're thinking it is. I want to show them. So I think you're in a different world. You're in a different cuckoo world where you're thinking that you will show Amal. I'm telling you, Bajaj will never be able to put Amal down. Trust me, because Amal is much stronger mentally, not physically, but mentally is much stronger than Bajaj. So I don't think Bajaj will ever be able to climb on to Amal and make Amal look weak. That will never happen. In fact, there will be a point where Bajaj will cross that line, and that line will be also crossed by Amal because it is needed where it is needed. Anyways, if Bajaj does what he does, he's gonna land into a problem. Huh. Now let's come to his hygiene issues and all the topic and all the issues that he was trying to remove when Amal was sleeping. See, Amal shouldn't sleep, but he was sleeping. I don't know what happened. Maybe weekend ka war was too longer, or maybe I don't know the reason. Huh? But Amal was sleeping there where it was, matlab there where Bajaj doesn't want him to sleep. But I think Danube has become very famous this season because of that sofa, and that sofa is a multi bed. And these guys are so smart that they figured out the bed and they removed the bed and they made it a bed, and they normally sleep, they chill, and it's now normally what has happened, Danube is like a killer. So when you fight now, there is one thing which is very common between two groups. I think somewhere the other groups have figured out that Danube is the place where people normally sit, so they want to win over that place. So they're going to do issues raising out on so many things that Danube should be folded, should be clean, blah blah bullshit and everything. Now to all that, Shehbaz very validly told this one, Ki Farhana, you should have not gone and cleaned. These guys are just making an issue. I didn't like it. And I think it's the right way what Shehbaz said because he felt as a friend that they are misusing her. And when Farhana was doing it, I also felt that is she doing it because she's somewhere worried that these guys will vote her for assembly or not. But I think she clearly mentioned that but later in the day, she really mentioned that she doesn't care you guys vote her or not. It's her captaincy. She will do how she will do it. She's trying to defend her friends, but she's also trying to get them do the work. But anyways, when it is friendship, you're bound to do stupidity. Where Basi rightly said that if we are friends, we should do our duties before so that others don't point out. But anyways, Amal is a little lazy. Shehbaz is a little lazy, so they're skipping their duties or this or that, and that is why the trouble is coming to on their plate. Anyways, Farhana is not gonna get votes in the assembly, so let them do what they want to. These guys will do what they have to because Farhana will do whatever. She's gonna get less votes or no votes. Okay. Uh, Bajaj and most of the time I've seen that Bajaj is trying to get into conflict with Amal and this and that. And behind that, Pranit keeps on speaking, Sahi bol raha hai, Sahi bol raha hai. Pranit is looking like a fool to me because no one wants in a fight that someone from the side talks. first. So no one, matlab, even the guy who's fighting wouldn't want that this guy is doing nothing, but he's trying to chadao on someone, and that guy wouldn't also like. And when a fight happens between two people, the third person gets bajawed the most. So I think it will be Pranit most surely, because Pranit is acting like a fool because he's saying sahi bol raha hai, but between all this, why he needs to get into that? First, so he wants to take a stand and he openly takes a stand. But behind, when people are fighting, he's taking a stand makes no sense. And Pranit is looking weak, but he's not looking. He's trying to be something, but he's not. He's somewhere scared, is what I feel. I am feeling, because it looks from his personality also. He's tall, this and that. He can only blabber, but beyond blabber, he doesn't have that aggression to stand for what is right, what is wrong. I'm telling you, I felt Pranit's right and wrong are very subjective, because Pranit most of the time takes a stand for certain things, but his stand is contradictory on other things. Like, I just want to say that if Bajaj was a great captain, what happened when Salman Bhai said something? Then these guys never raised out. No, sir, Bajaj was a great captain. Why didn't these guys speak out? They all voted for Bajaj in favor. What happened? If Bajaj was great captain, Salman Bhai to bashed him yesterday. Then his point of view is that Gali dega to you'll not go and fight, but Zuzu bolega to you'll fight, because he got offended for Zuzu, but he didn't get offended for all the bad words that he's getting. So, anyways, Pranit. His jokes are not landing, his fights are not landing, and his fighting with Shehbaz is gonna make him look more fool. And to an extent, he keeps on getting into Basir's conversation, or normally wants to target Basir for what reason I don't understand. We'll talk about Basir shortly. So now Nehal is all about Tanya. Her conversation is about Tanya. Her bitching is about Tanya. Her conversation is Tanya and food, and that's what happened. Today she spoke about Tanya again and again and again. To an extent, she went to Amal and saying that, Amal, it is not from your side, but this girl is trying to hit on you. And what if your people will feel bad somewhere? She's showing concern to Amal. She doesn't like Amal. And then she's saying so much things about Tanya. And I'm saying that if Amal's girlfriend feels that Tanya is hitting on her, and it is Amal's mistake, where he's clearly told her that I have someone outside, I like her more. And if she does that, and it is still Amal's mistake, then I think Amal should leave that girl, because simple reason, if she feels after seeing all this, then I think she has trust issues. And if she has trust issues, then whatever she's gonna do, she's not gonna able to manage this relationship. I'm just saying. I'm sure she wouldn't have trust issues, but Nehal is removing concerns that what if? Arey Nehal, you should be worried. What if your family is feeling about you? You're getting less vote. There has to be some reason. Now you're taking stand. Why are you getting less vote than other people? You're getting less than Pranit, you're getting less than Neelam, you're getting less than Tanya. Matlab, think na, you were the least voted contestant. So there has to be some reason that needs to be worked out. You're not able to understand Salman Bhai's taunt, how Salman Bhai talks to you. Get at least understand, right? I don't know. Nehal is anyways gonna be bashed, and anyways, maybe not this week. After some weeks, he will be thrown out. She's able to survive longer only with that reason. She's able to survive longer only because of simple reason, is that uh, it is that because the other group guys are like the challengers, because the one group is fixed, the other group, the challengers that are going to challenge Amal and Basir, they somewhere are lacking, clear cut, they are somewhere lacking. And for that, I think if Nehal becomes the face of that group, so I think it is doable and she might survive, because others will be thrown out of the house. I'm just saying about Mridul, because Mridul today, in terms of conversation, had nothing. Gaurav was talking nothing. He was just trying to fool around and all that. And I'm saying the price that Gaurav is getting paid each week after week, I think something is wrong there. And when it is wrong there, when that will happen, when they will calculate that they have paid him more than a crore and this guy is not delivered shit of content, and when they have not delivered that content, they're going to throw him out of the house, even if it is 60 days in the show. So after 10 weeks, obviously Gaurav will get too many bashing, or he'll be thrown out of the house. But before Gaurav going out of the house, his wife is very feisty. So I think as Gohar had come for Aves, the similar way Gaurav's wife will also come for Gaurav. And after she comes, that day the Gaurav will not go. But after a week or two, he will be thrown out of the season. Gaurav will not win this show. Clearly, it is either going to be Amal or either going to be Basir. The most fun part is the people that are going to be in top five is going to be very interesting. It would be one from the other group, and mostly I think all the four from this group. I think somewhere. So let's see. It is Basir Amal who does what, but it is good for them because I don't think Bajaj becoming a winner basis whatever support comes. So guys, we are the guys who normally don't vote, but we are the guys who carry a lot of weightage. So normally when that main fight will come now, that time lot of guys who don't vote will vote, and when they will vote, what will happen? Bajaj will lose. So all that active followers that he has, he's gonna go a long way. He will go in the top two also or top three also, but he is not gonna win this show. Write it down. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you 15 days back. Bajaj is not winning this show. Do whatsoever. Get whoever. It's not happening. Okay. Now, apart from that, Bajaj is anyways having an habit of doing only, and Ashnur at least Ashnur at least at the ball should tell Bajaj that bro you're doing it wrong. But is Bajaj gonna listen? Is he gonna listen to Ashnur? And Ashnur is trying to impress Bajaj and get him as a boyfriend. Ashnur, this guy is not listening to you now. Do you think you would want to be have a partner like this? Because she's calling him up. Arey aap nahi, you have to call him Baap. If you're 21, if you're 21, he's 30 and he's not matured, then he's fuck. Why would he want to date a guy who's cuckoo in his head? Yeah, I always thought girls like guys who are crazy, who are more devilish, or I thought girls like guys who are are someone who has that wicked side or someone who are smart enough. But I never thought girls also like cuckoo guys. Yeah, but I'm sorry, but if girls do like cuckoo guys, I'm sorry. I think the girls can mention here because I think if you guys had an option to date Bajaj, will you date because of his looks or because of his smartness or because of his personality or because he keeps on saying Punjabi? Is that the reason you want to date him? Let me know, yaar. I would want to see the comments. Does girls want to date Bajaj? Yes or no? Anyways, Nehal is feeling so many things, but Nehal is not feeling sorry for Tanya. It is Tanya's birthday, but anyways, more than the birthday, the issue was about the halwa. I think Halwa was a bigger issue than Tanya's birthday. But I just want to say that normally Big Boss sends cake. So I don't know why the cake has not come for Tanya. Yeah? Normally they send cake on birthdays, na? But this year they've stopped on cake. I think Gio was saying that no extra payment getting wasted. 1,000 rupees ka cake. Why do you want to spend on these guys? And the problem is that when you spend 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs on Gaurav, so then to you're super worried, na? Because Gaurav is not delivering his content. Guys, let me check an audio. So then to you're so you're super worried, and when you're super worried, you have to try to save on every possible money that is due. Because yesterday they saved on Mercedes ka rent or extra vanity because they sent always with Gaur. One second, because of Gaurav, they are so worried that they're not even sending cakes. They're not even doing a lot of freebies. So this is where it is. So I think somewhere the Bijli and the Chugli has come together. Now let's come to the main mudda of the house, the food, because cleanliness is an issue and the Danube is also an issue. But the cleanliness, Danube is an issue. But I think Amal will become the brand ambassador for Danube for sure because he slept, he sits, he does everything over there. And Bajaj is very worried because he wants to control that space as well. Anyways, it is Bajaj's brain. He's anyways the Shaleen of this show. Maybe he's smart to people who like him, but for me, he is as dumb as Shaleen was. So I just want to say that I see Shaleen in Bajaj. Yeah, similar, and I see Tina in Ashnur. And Ashnur to is only getting Gaga over Bajaj, and I don't see why, what, and what is the reason. He's not even handsome yet. But anyways, Ashnur likes Chandigarh ke Ashike or something like that, I think, and that is this guy representing. But anyways, bigger groups will come into picture and support whom when they want to. That's when we'll see who's doing what. Shehbaz and Pranit had a fight before going to Neil's topic and the Mudda over the Halwa. I just want to finish on the other topics. Shehbaz had a fight with Pranit, and I think it went on to a point. I agree that Amal was saying that you can't fight with Shehbaz, you will look stupid. I think sure you can't fight with Shehbaz because you will look stupid because he does masti and between the masti he has the balls to come and say sorry. And when he says sorry and you say sorry, you look stupid. I think one thing that Shehbaz has learned wrong in this game is going and saying sorry. He shouldn't say sorry. Everybody is mean, bitch, dog or whatever. So I don't think you have to say sorry, yaar. that is one thing I don't expect Shehbaz to do. He's learned it from Amal that lafde ho jayenge to sorry bolna chahiye, and he keeps on saying sorry, which he shouldn't do that. Now let's come to the main mudda, ghar ka halwa and halwa ka issue. So what I saw today was halwa was made for Tanya. Now, when Halwa was made for Tanya, I think they overmade it. And when they overmade it, I think somewhere they had an issue that because this halwa is overmade, people will see and there will be a fuss about it. So somewhere they were trying to remove and save some halwa there and show that they only made extra little, and that's what they wanted to share. Because Kunika ji had an issue now, ghee waste ho jayega, sugar waste ho jayega, and she has so many issues on so many things get wasted. So I think they overmade it and they tried to save it. Normally that's how you do now. You take the same effort to make an halwa, so you're just gonna over make a little and that you give aside for you guys to eat it. I don't think there's any issue, and normally people do that. Like if my sister is alone and I ask her, if I'm making Maggi, I make extra. If she wants to eat, she's just gonna eat it, right? But I wouldn't do that. Oh, matlab sister is there, so I'll make for her, and if she doesn't want to eat, then what? Why waste? Simple. If people are saying that whatever is made needs to be shared with everybody, but what if it is made and people don't want to eat it? Then तो it is gonna go waste ना, and then what will people say? अरे घी waste हो गया, दही waste हो गया, दूध waste हो गया, this got wasted. Oh no यार. So I just want to say that somewhere it was wrong. But Konika ji, anyways, in habit, she normally keeps on rotating, and kitchen is the place where she hovers around like an owl, ullu. So she saw this thing and she asked Basir, and Basir said, "This is my halwa," and she said, "It is too much." Then Basir shared, and Basir, I think, had one bite and kept it in the fridge. This is what I saw in the episode. I don't know he had more bite or no, but whatever was in that bowl, he shared, and remaining he had one bite. He shared with Bajaj. Remaining he had one bite, and he kept. There was two bowls and one main bowl. So main bowl was for Tanya. Two bowls. Out of that, one bowl was to be shared, and one more bowl where they shared with Bajaj and other guys, and the remaining he kept in the fridge. Now, because Bajaj has eaten it, Pranit has eaten it, Gaurav has eaten it, and after that others didn't get it, it became a big fuss that people didn't get halwa. And Nehal has taken the mudda again, and she's fighting for the food, and she wants to eat halwa, and she wants to eat halwa and all of that. Now, I don't have any problem that Nehal eats halwa. The only issue that I had is she doesn't like Tanya. The food was made for Tanya, but she wants to eat because I think it is ghar ka khana. Arey, but ghar ka khana, then if you want to make it more, na? These guys did mention that we only made half. There is half left. You guys want to make, you can make it. But no, she wanted to make a fuss about it. She wanted to go to Farhana and tell every issue is going to Farhana, and then Farhana told Basir, yaar, if you have halwa, give it. He directly said that, pata nahi kyun mar rahe log, but I will give it. Matlab Basir was intentionally wanted to give. I've never seen Basir hogging over foods or hogging, trying to only eat for himself, because he doesn't need it. He has a very small appetite. He's fit, but he never hogs onto food like how Bajaj does. So I just want to say that it never came across like that. But obviously it's a mudda, so I just want to say that Basir should have not hidden it, but I think he might have kept it for the simple reason. Let me keep it now. Later, when we friends sit and chat in the night, we can have little halwa, as a time pass item later. That I think for that reason he kept it. But because it became a mudda, he fought, and between he fought with Nehal. I think it, because people were getting aggressive, they got to an extent where they were having conversation face to face. But even during that conversation, Neil was doing so many things. But I think Basir was not going to climb onto her and hit her. That was not going to happen. But Kunika ji stepped in to push Basir, thinking that Basir is going to hit her or something. No, that's not true. Basir is not eventually going to go and hit someone like that. Apart from that, Kunika ji pushed him. Pranit also came and pushed him. And to a fact that Pranit kept on saying that, "Arey yaar, I also got into that this thing. I pushed Basir." And he's feeling proud of that. He pushed Basir. Arey yaar, Pranit, what are you doing? This is what we expect from the little guy More. No, yaar. I think the Marathi guys are so, they're larger than life, yaar. I always, normally it comes across as Punjabi guys are larger than life. I think Marathi guys are also larger than life. I saw Marathi Big Boss for the first time last season and I loved it. There was Arbaz. You can't hit him. But people fought their heart out even against Arbaz. And I'm saying that it was that group that did it well. And I'm saying that because I'm saying, Marathi guys are larger than life. Because I feel it, but Pranit is giving, a wrong reference. I think there are better guys and brilliant guys. I think Pranit is a wrong choice, a wrong representation for Marathi crowd. I think someone who was worth it should have come. Really. Someone who was as great as a Marathi singer or could have come in, but not Pranit. Yaar. I think there's so many good guys. I've seen Marathi Big Boss and I think it was a massive wait last season. But yeah, and I've started understanding Marathi so well. I don't know. Yeah, Pranit is a wrong representation for the entire Marathi crowd. Not because he's a Marathi. I'm just saying that he doesn't have a great personality. If he had a great personality, it would have been great. And I'm saying that because I've seen Big Boss Marathi and it was absolutely superb. And when I've seen Big Boss Marathi, it was absolutely superb. I think there's so many guys, so many Marathi directors, actors who can speak Marathi fluent, who can speak Hindi fluent, and can put their points out. You should have got someone from there, yeah. Where is this guy? Something is wrong. Anyways, it's a misfit. Happens. Sometimes it happens. So Nehal, I just want to say that Nehal fought the entire war for someone, and then she realized that the criminal of the war were from their side only. She's putting guidelines. She's saying chore to Basir. That's all okay. When he said "kon mar raha hai" is an offense, but she's calling him chore, this, that, and that's all okay. Apart from that, she fought for the other group. She even said that Pranit, have you got it? And to an extent, she said, I'm not going to eat it. But she went and ate it. And then she asked for Pranit, and Pranit again went to eat it. But the best thing is, Neil looked like a fool because she's fighting a war for them. And then she realizes is their own people who are doing wrong in the war. And that's what happened. Bajaj, whatever he was doing, Pranit, whatever doing, or Gaurav, whatever they were doing, it was making Neil look small. Nehal is still fighting because Nehal has no clue. But Nehal, when she comes out of the show, she will understand taking a stand for wrong people is better. You take stand for your own friends, yeah, because friends are still better. They will not do something like that. But Nehal is fighting against friends, but taking a stand for Bajaj, Pranit, Gaurav, or the other set of people, and she's looking stupid as hell. And to an extent, Nehal fight happened because of Konika ji. Konika ji anyway was hovering over Basir. To an extent, the promo shows that Konika ji asked Nehal, did you eat halwa? She said no. Oh, Basira is kept in the fridge. And then she goes and checks in the fridge. So it is clear, Konika ji, you have been the brat here. You have just tried to create fight. It is your kitchen. You get worried. Someone eats a little more ghee, or someone eats a little more sugar, or someone eats a little more this year. I think you are very crooked minded. I think, normally we say that, there are some saas or, saas bahut sajish. So there are people who get crooked minded. I think Konika represents that lot for sure. She normally said that like I think the son said it that there is a lot of dudwalas who are supporting Konika ji. I'm telling you, I'm saying this dudwala is gonna put water and give it to Konika ji. I'm saying that for sure because how Konika ji is playing and how dudwalas are getting represented for supporting her. I'm telling you, most of the dudwalas whoever serves to Konika will put milk and will not only put milk, will put water in the milk and give them. I'm not saying that दूधवालास will give it everybody, but for them, for sure, because they are saying that फुकट का हमारा नाम फुकट का their name is getting spoiled because everywhere it's saying that दूधवालास are supporting Konika ji, and then she claims I'm the Sherni, I've done a lot of good work. Oh no, Neelam was very. I just want to say that Neelam was absolutely very honest to you, but you have gone to an extent to cheat, backstab Neelam. And Konika ji, this is what you are. If people don't work according to you or they don't say yes and yes with you, you are gonna be very bad. I think Konika ji will be a very worst sass here. I think she is gonna be a worst partner as well. I'm sorry, but I always supported Konika ji when she was one versus all, but I'm not supporting her because she's playing crooked game, dirty game, and then she's even to an extent she's saying that I will hit someone, I will backstab someone, I will abuse someone, and to a point she's also saying that I will go out, I'll take you and go out. But to an extent she is actually spoiling her game. She was doing better in the beginning, but after some time you get confident, and when you get confident you overdo it, and when you overdo it, what happens? You spoil your own game. So I just want to say, Konika ji, your entire conversation looks very stupid. Your entire conversation looks one-sided. You are a bad judge of people, Kotika ji, and I think that is why somewhere I feel that you had bad relations in life because you're a bad judge of people, because you are telling Farhana that her captaincy is bad, but then when she gives you a reply you can't take it, and then you're saying that these guys told me to leave it. Arey, but then why did you leave? Then you fight for the captaincy, and then when someone has become a captain, you try to support them. You don't go and tell them, oh, you are bad, and on the assembly point we'll show you. But you're trying to blackmail her. If you don't agree to my terms or you don't do as per us, we will show you in the assembly point. And to that point, Farhana said, do what you want to. And one more point where Farhana said to Koneka ji, if you talk shit, I'm gonna talk 10 times more shit. If you abuse, I'm gonna abuse. And she actually abused Koneka ji because Koneka ji has been abusing as well. And to that point, Ashnur comes and says, "Arey, Farhana abused," and Ashnur is doing bad point. Arey, she was the one who was telling me you have to respect elder lady. Are she was the one who said you have to respect elder lady, but that doesn't mean you have to only respect elder lady. When it comes to shove, good to good and bad to bad, you have to do what it is required. Yeah, I'm just saying no one. See, I'll tell you, there are times when even I go on road. There is someone who's driving stupidly, but he will fight with you and argue, and then you always see that it's an elderly person. Yeah, you don't want to say something, but when because it's an elderly person, what happens is that we look stupid. I'll tell you, I have an example in my life. When I was very young, I was a kid, and I used to go in a train, and I think it was King Circle, and during a peak hours, we had to go for classes. Now our classes at 5:30, then we'll go in the peak hours only. We can't do anything else. So I was going. I was in college, and there was an old uncle who started saying that let's not let these boys get down. I don't know. We were not doing anything to them. We were not even irritating them. But these uncles started making a fuss about it. Now, to an extent, when the time came and we wanted to get down, when we were trying to get down, he caught the hook of my bag and he tried to pull me inside. And trust me, you know what happened? Because he pulled my bag, I turned, I saw him, I pulled his hand and I pulled him out. I'll tell you, I felt very bad that day because he's an elder uncle, but I pulled him out of the train. Maybe I had a little more strength and he had no grip. And then people, because the train was supposed to start, then people did not got into that conversation. I pulled an uncle out. Huh? And an uncle is saying that, why are you touching me? And I said, Uncle, why are you holding my bag from back when I'm trying to get down from the train? There's a hook, on the back, your school bag. There's a hook. He caught that thing and he thought that because of power, he'll not let me get out. But he did what he did. And I'm saying that this is what uncles do. So it doesn't mean that if someone is an elderly person, you have to go and respect them. Because to an extent, you give them more respect, they are going to sit over you and sit over you. So respect when it is normal. Normally, you have to behave respectfully, but someone gets shitty, you need to show shit. Mother, you have to shove the shit back to them. Yeah. So I just want to say that I think Amal's today point of view was very valid. Amal's point of view was very good when he went and told to Bajaj, don't do it, don't try to do stupidity with me. If I get angry, you will have problem. Please do not do that. I'm just telling you for nice reason. He had very valid point to go to Konika and tell her, why are you removing points of something that happened? And if you have a valid point, he very clearly mentioned, why don't you guys fought, because you guys are fighting for Halwa, why did you guys not fight for food when Tanya and Nehal did not get food for a few weeks? Kunika ji had no answer. And then he also said that you are today taking Ashnur's stand, but there was a time you used to speak ill about Ashnur and Nehal. And he spoke a lot of things. And I think that's when I think that's when Kunika ji said, she abused in air. And Amal caught it. Amal did say her the same thing back and saying that do not get it. Do not get on that space. We give you respect, but I think it's an high point. I think I was stupid to say you sorry and I should not say sorry. I think that was very valid point. And these guys again sat with Farhana doing the discussion where they wanted to tell her this glass is not clean. If the glass is not clean, then why will we chop every day? I think food chopping is every day. Glass cleaning is not an everyday job. It should be done once. Like a garden should be cleaned once. If it is cleaned well, it shouldn't be an issue. But people saying what they have to, and they're doing what they have to. So yeah, there are some jobs not which are not meant to do every day. The everyday jobs are meant to do every day, but keeping cleaning the glass, I think, is something that you don't have to do every day. But anyways, these boys did not do their work, which Basir also pointed out. But Basir was very smart enough to defend for Amal, where he said that when we were giving a lot of work, we did not give Danube room work to anybody. And so today guys cannot add up and say Danube room has to be clean. And then that's when Bajaj was trying to, no, this is not done, that's not done, and this and that. Or Farhana is a bad captain and all that. That is bullshit because Basir had very valid points. He made sure he sit down there and he took arguments to the right place where it needs to land. I just want to say that Basir is a smart player. He speaks well. He speaks very valid points, and that adds to his smartness. That's why he's won roadies. That's why. He's not won roadies. I think he was finalist for 2 seasons. He's won Splitsvilla, and I don't know. He's a space also. I think he was finalist or something like that. So I just want to say that this guy has dum yaar, and he speaks his mind out, which makes him more solid. And he's gonna get a lot of vote and support for sure. He's a good-looking guy. Obviously, he gets very attracted to every girl he meets. But that I think it is his choice, and it's the girl choice that they want to be with him. And he's a red flag, but still, girls want to be with the red flag is their choice. So I think that's all about this thing. Danube is getting promoted highly. Konika ji looking bad. So I think Konika ji is the Chugli auntie, and Bijli is Nehal. She's come here. That song is the Bijli. Na Bijli. Oh, sorry. I think the better song is the Sridevi song. I want to say Bijli girane mein hu aayi. Nehal is exactly Bijli girane Nehal aayi. हाँ, कहते हैं मुझको हवा हवाई. And I think because Nehal has come to Girao Bijli, she's taking help from our Chugli auntie, who is normally doing Chuglis, which we saw today also. If you have not seen it, just see the promo of yesterday's. You will see Konika ji was telling Nehal, have you eaten halwa? If you're not eating halwa, Basir's halwa is kept on the fridge. And they fought. And Konika ji is getting physical. She will one day go and hit someone. I think that is what I was worried about Zishan by. But I think that is just changed to Konika. Konika ji is gonna have bad chapters. She's gonna do very dirty. I think Konika's son will have issues to get girlfriend, because Konika ji is gonna be a bad sass for sure. I think Konika ji did have issues with having right partners, because she has a wrong judgment of people and she has trust issues here. Anyways, she's lived her life, she's done what she's done to. So anyways, we are happy to see her here. She's giving content, but beyond that she is doing a lot of shitty things. But do what you want to. We can't do anything, we can't trouble you. But Kunikaji is not going to get votes. She is just going to go along with till the time Big Boss will try to save her. But to a point when it will be saving Konika ji over Tanya, I think they will try to save Tanya over Konika for sure. So that's the review for today, guys. Please like, love, share, and subscribe. Please do what you want to. If you don't agree with my opinion, you can hit a dislike button, or you can unsubscribe me as well. I just don't want to change your opinion, but I have whatever my opinions are, I'm just sharing with you. You can agree or disagree. It is your choice. It doesn't mean that if I like bread with butter, it means the same way that you should also like bread with butter. You might like bread, you might not like bread, you might like bread with jam. It's your preference, yeah. But I'm just saying that just follow one person in the entire show. Don't because we are reviewers, we talk about everybody, but you guys should only follow one person. Don't try to follow a group or this or that, because that's when you will have wrong judgment on so many things. Because when you follow someone blindly, what happens is when they do wrong, you can't call out it as wrong. Then you have to ignore, and that's your conscious mind. And I'm just saying why I'm telling you don't follow stupid people, because people following Aves, Nagma is stupidity. Yeah. These guys lack personality, and then you have so many people following them. I just want to check Aves has lost followers. I just want to see that Aves Darbar Instagram account. Instagram account. I hope he should have lost followers, but I'm sorry to say that he's not lost even 130.4 is the follower base here. I don't know. I think trust me, guys. It is fake followers. I genuinely believe that, because if people felt things happened with Aves was wrong, he would have gained at least a million followers for him would have been very easy. Or if people didn't like what happened with Aves, or they felt it was wrong, followers would have gained, or people would have agreed, then followers would have dropped. But this guy's followers also not increasing and not dropping. Bro is bot followers. Trust me, these are fake influencers, and this is what I feel, and this is what I'm saying. I think this is my truth here. I don't think I'm lying, because I wouldn't see that. Yeah, at least everybody gains something or the other, but these guys gain nothing. So I think that's the review from my side, guys. Do your best. Good night. I think it's too late. Good night to everybody. Good morning and good evening to everybody who watches this episode tomorrow or day after tomorrow. That's the review for today, guys. Do your bit, and I'm doing mine. Okay, take care. Bye. See ya. And be nice to everybody in this world, yeah. Because to see shittier things, we come to Big Boss. Okay. Let's catch up tomorrow at Rise and Fall. Yeah.